Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. So we've got news out of Greenville where a caretaker is now facing child abuse charges. An arrest warrant says Alexandria Cox has been charged with misdemeanor child abuse, assault on a child under 12, and assault on an individual with disability. Greenville police say the abuse happened Saturday, and the warrant says the 43-year-old woman was a caretaker at the Howell Center when it happened. The center provides services to people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, according to its website. Now, again, Cox says, according to warrants, Cox sprayed a disabled child in the eyes with Lysol and then threw her to the ground. Now, Cox posted a $15,000 bond and has her first court appearance set for October 14th, according to online court records. Now, we have reached out to find out about Cox's employment status with the center. Again, we are still waiting to hear back. Now, in other news, in ECU news, we've got a new police canine officer. Meet Brixie, the newest member of the ECU police squad. A social media post says the new partner is reporting for duty and ready to serve and protect members of Pirate Nation. Again, congratulations to ECU, and of course, congratulations to Brixie on the new role. Excited to see the dog out and about, hopefully at maybe some pirate games, and doing her thing to keep ECU safe and to keep Greenville safe. Well, now we got to turn to your weather forecast. Again, today is a fairly sunny day out there. Here's what it looks like across really Morehead City and the Sanitary Restaurant. Beautiful blue skies right now over the Intercoastal Waterway. Air temperatures right now set up right at 80 degrees in Morehead City. Northeasterly wind at 13 miles an hour has done a fantastic job of keeping the humidity reasonable for this, really the start of the true work week. Of course, some people did work on Labor Day, most didn't, but of course everybody most likely back at work today, unless you're those people enjoying the boat, enjoying the nice sunny weather. Now, of course, air temperatures are slowly kind of plateauing as we speak, getting into the upper 70s to low 80s. This is essentially where we anticipated most of the heat and most of the areas around eastern North Carolina would kind of reach their max. As far as winds go, northeasterly at around 7 to 15 miles an hour. Winds have been stronger along the Outer Banks than what we've seen for inland areas, but humidity down throughout eastern North Carolina compared to where we normally are this time of year. Now, of course, compared to where we were yesterday, not really a whole lot of change. Some areas have gone up, some areas have gone down, but we're pretty much sticking with the same sort of humidity level that we had yesterday and even the day before. Now, eventually that is going to change. Once these winds start to shift their direction, not so much the speed, but direction from the northeast to any direction involving the south, then we're going to experience that return of humidity. Now, that's not going to happen coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow, again, we are going to be blessed with a nice northeasterly breeze, and that will again keep that humidity low for Wednesday, tomorrow. But then we get into Thursday. Thursday morning, what do we have to wake up to? More of a southwesterly wind. Now, of course, wind speed's not all that impressive, but at this point, we have essentially changed where we get our air from. And whenever we get a southwesterly wind, do note that that usually brings in heat and humidity to eastern North Carolina. That's exactly what's going to be coming up as we approach the tail end of the week, specifically Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. For now, we really don't have anything of substance that's really going to be impacting us. There will be a few areas of low pressure that bring some rain showers and some cloud cover to the western side of the mountains, and then, well, things get things start to get a little bit more humid by the time we get into Thursday. Big reason why is we'll see that southwesterly wind out ahead of that strong cold front back towards the Ohio River. That's where, again, a lot of our rain opportunity over this week is going to come from that system. It's also going to, again, increase our air temperatures. So we could be again experiencing some thunderstorms rolling in late Saturday evening to Saturday night. But for this afternoon, No such thunderstorms. Got our highs planned for the low 80s today, getting back into the upper 70s by 6, mid 70s by 7, low 70s by 8, and then it's into the upper 60s we go for 9, 10, and 11 p.m. at night tonight. That will push those air temperatures down into the upper 50s by tomorrow morning. And then we'll gradually warm back up, similar as what we did today, getting back into the low 80s by tomorrow afternoon. Now, do note those winds still coming in out of the northeast at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. So again, tomorrow is still going to be a fairly comfortable day. Now, do need to highlight the tropics. We've got our eyes on this area of concern. Over the next 48 hours, low chance of development. But over the next 7 days, a high chance of development. And that kind of plume or area of potential development, that big red blob, that's where that area of low pressure could go. And depending on its track, we may end up feeling some impacts out of this at some point down the line. But any of those impacts that we could potentially see out of this system would likely be around 10 to more like, I would say, around 15 days away, about 2 weeks away from where we're at right now. So again, something to at least keep an eye on, but nothing we need to worry about immediately. Really not a whole lot we need to worry about immediately, as the next several days, again, going to be fairly quiet across the region. We'll get back into the low 90s by Friday and then even into Saturday. And then those overnight lows will jump back up into the low 70s as well, maintaining that humidity for at least the first half of the weekend. Second half of the weekend, once that cold front rolls through, Sunday we'll wake up. We'll still feel humid on Sunday, but through the day we'll gradually see a lot of that humidity fade away, giving us more of that more comfortable fall-like feel by the time we put our heads on the pillow Sunday night and then wake up again Monday morning to hopefully welcome the next work week. That's all we have time for today's 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic Tuesday.